Hello everybody, this is Little Ninja, and welcome back to another episode of Ninja's Empire, where in the last episode we built this room and we didn't actually quite finish it. That entrance wasn't done, and so I made it just like the other entrance, with the exception that this one comes out into a hallway that opens up onto the bedrock. And as for the outside of this building, I might finish it eventually, but not right now. I'm kind of tired of working up here with all this bedrock. So we're gonna go down instead to the bottom and start work on the nether hub and the tunnels that will connect up to it. So let's see here. We've got a couple tunnels that I want to do. Let's see, the blaze farm, there's the wither skeleton farm, there's the ink farm, and the end portal. And then there's a couple extremely long paths. One that goes off that way to the ice spikes, I think, is off in that direction, and then one that goes off in that direction to a mesa. So I'm probably going to do the shortest ones first, and I think that would be the wither skeleton farm, which is just off in this direction. Actually, it goes off this way and then it splits that way. So yeah, first of all, we're going to have to expand the room here where the tunnels are going to meet up, and then I'm going to have to go get some obsidian and make some portals. And well, not for the wither skeleton farm, but for the ink farm and the end portal, there's no nether portals at those places. So I'm going to have to write down some coordinates and figure out how long the tunnels are going to be and what my design is going to be, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so as far as the actual nether hub goes, I think I want to make it pretty small and compact. So like have it not more than 4 blocks tall, that way we don't have to worry about gas spawning inside, and I'm not going to worry about pigmen so that I don't have to use carpet or glass on the floor or whatever. I'm just going to let them spawn in here and you know, whatever, it's fine, they don't bother us. And yeah, so let's see here. It's going to be maybe about 25 blocks square, and then I want like a main tunnel going off. There's going to be one going off that way and one going off that way, and then the other tunnels will branch off of those, and possibly one going off that way to the ink farm, depending where it is. I haven't looked yet. And then over this way, there's nothing here yet, but you know, we won't build that tunnel until there is something there to build to. So far, the closest thing is the wither skeleton farm, and that's the first tunnel I want to build. It comes off of this tunnel that goes that way. So let's see. This tunnel would go way down there to the ice plains spikes biome or something, whatever, you know, icy biome, that one, Antarctica. And so yeah, the tunnel's going to go way off that direction, and then there will be a branch here where it goes off to the wither skeleton farm, and it's actually not that far off in that direction. You can almost see the end of the tunnel. Okay, not quite. The nether frog is closer than I thought. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and case the nether hub in so that we don't have gas shooting at us while we work, and then we can start actual design of this place. So I was going to make the room 4 tall so that I could use like regular blocks on the floor, like including this red nether brick, but that over the scale of this room is not. It's just not going to be high enough. And the other thing is, even though it doesn't matter if zombie pigmen spawn in here, I want to use a lot of, I want to use minecart systems for the tunnels, which means that although the tunnels will be unspawnable, if pigmen spawn in here, they could wander off and, you know, stop the minecarts and so it'd just be a general nuisance. So I think instead I'm going to come up with a non-spawnable design for the floor, and that means that we can raise the ceiling somewhat. Yeah, so I still don't know if I want to use carpet or glass over a different design. I'm kind of leaning toward glass. I think glass would be the way to go. So glass over a different design, and then yeah. So I'm gonna have to dig this floor down another 2 levels, and then we can raise the walls another 3 or 4 blocks so that the room is nice and high and spacious. So I just had a wave of inspiration for the floor in here. Let's see, I want to keep a sort of simple design, fairly simple anyway, and I was thinking, is it big enough to do the points of the compass? So this is north. If we were to do magma letters, like how would N be? Like this? No, that's an H. Am I gonna have to make it 5 wide? This could be trickier than I thought. I might have to make the letters 5 wide, or like square, 5 by 5. So here we've got east, right? This works pretty well. Yeah, I don't know about the end over there. We're just gonna ignore that for now. And then on top of this would be black glass. So this is your floor, and then oh, I like that. Ooh, that looks good. That looks very good. Yeah, not that. Just this. This looks so good. Ha, that's a nice E. Okay, so have a solid black floor, and then actually, well, probably a 4-pointed star in the middle, and then just black and magma. And what am I gonna do about this? Well, yeah. Here's the solution. Just make all the letters considerably bigger, because the W doesn't work either. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make them all bigger, but then there won't be room for the 4-pointed star, which I think is fine, because the portal I want to put in the middle of the room anyway, and it would just look really weird to have a star under it, I think. Yeah, so I've got to make the letters bigger. I'm going to fill all this in with black concrete and put glass on top of it, which actually reminds me, I need to go smelt up glass. But yeah, that should look good, and then we can start work on the walls. Oh, that looks amazing. Some builds I have to spend like an hour in creative just messing around with different block palettes and textures and trying out different things, and some builds just build themselves, and this is one of those builds. So I put the floor in, and then I put this trim around, and an idea popped into my head, and I think it's going to look absolutely splendid. So we're going to need a ton more black concrete. And then the accents are going to be this red nether brick. And so the tunnels that go off in the 4 directions are going to be something like this. They're going to be fairly small, because, let's see, they're going to be 3 or 5 wide on the inside, much like the tunnel we designed up there, and then didn't actually really use. So let's see here. It goes like this, like so, and then the other side is there. Yeah. Okay, so the entrances are going to be pretty small, and then they're going to be arched, something like this. Let's see. Okay, or maybe like this. Does this look better? Can we do this? There we go. And then take these blocks out so that it's just a little bit higher. Yeah, that looks good, and then we'll have to raise that point up, obviously. Okay, so the entrances will be something like that, and then the actual room will be made out of black concrete, and it will go way up through a huge box. And then the rest of the accents in the room are going to be something like this. We need to take this glass out and run that down to the floor, and then they're gonna curve in towards the center, and then we'll have like a big hanging chandelier or something. And the portal, which is over there, I moved out of the way, is going to be here in the center. Yes, I think that would look really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on or try to figure out like how high of a curve will look good. And actually, you know what? First I'm gonna go ahead and get all the black concrete. I'm gonna build the box. That way I don't have to worry about anything spawning, gas spawning out there and shooting in here, which is what I said I was gonna do in the first place, and then I never did it. Now I'm actually gonna do it. I'm gonna build the box. And then after the box is in place, then we can build these archways and figure them out. So yeah, I've got to go do a bunch of concrete making. Well, I just spent a good amount of time making black concrete, and I almost wore out my pickaxe. But I think that's the height right there that we're going to go for. Maybe a couple blocks higher. I'm gonna take the walls up to there, and if I think it needs to go higher, I'll do 2 or 3 more blocks up. But now we've got to replace all this netherrack with black concrete and build the walls all the way up to there, and then put the ceiling on as well. That is a lot of concrete. I started on the ceiling and I got to there and I ran out of concrete. I used almost an entire inventory's worth of black concrete in this room, and I'm still not nearly done. But now for the decoration on the interior. So obviously red nether brick is going to be framing everything, and I think this is about the right shape for the doors. For the north one, we're just going to have like a mock door there. It's just going to be blocked just like this, and then if we ever want to add a tunnel, we will. But the others will all have tunnels going out through. And now let's see here. So I wanted to do like a big beams going up the corners and then curving in towards the center and meeting and having like a chandelier or something. But I wanted to do it like something like like this, and which would be great, except that we have this doorway over here that leads to the elevator. And and obviously it won't work here in this corner unless we go, let's see, it wouldn't work because it would be like this. Yeah, so the other thing is that we have this redstone here. So what I'm thinking is, if we do this and bring this up to 3 blocks tall, like so, and have a red band that goes around the bottom of the room, and then have the spikes coming up out of it at the four points of the compass, and then on the ceiling we can have the same thing, except have the points be in the corners instead of in the sides. So like have this but inverted, so coming down in the corner, and then maybe have them a little longer or something. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to go make a bunch more concrete, and then we can build the band and the points. Well, I have been doing the grind, and I did so much concrete making today. I'm very tired of it. But the ceiling is in, and so is the band, and that looks horrible. It looks so bad, like it's just flat and bland, and I'm not sure how to fix it. The nether portal goes here. I think I'm going to make it, let's see, 3 in the center, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 high. So like so. How's that? Yeah, that's good. I don't. Where's my flint and steel? It's in here somewhere. I can't find it. Where is it? I've done lost my flint and steel. Oh, here it is. Okay, I've just been blind is what I've been. So let's see. Whoa, that is bright purple. Why do they have to be purple? Why? Oh dear, purple is not my favorite color, if you haven't guessed that already. We need to put carpets up here so that nothing spawns up here. And okay, now to figure out how to get this from looking just completely flat and straight and boring. I've been thinking maybe we could do like some spikes just going up at random here and there, and then have the same thing coming down. Actually, that could look kind of cool if we do something like, actually I need more red nether brick. Let's see if I have any here. Red nether brick. Nope, I'm out. I have one. One red nether brick. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go make some more of that as well. But anyway, let me just show you here what I'm thinking. So have some sort of random spikes coming up like this, and just something like so. And then from the top down as well, have them coming down, randomly like that. You kind of get the picture. But yeah, with red nether brick, obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna go craft that up and then try this out and see how it looks on the larger scale. Yeah, I can definitely see that looking good on a larger scale. The thing is, we have to cover this with either carpet or redstone, and I think I'm gonna go with redstone because you won't be able to see it from down under. So like so. Because if we don't do this, then we will be having pigmen spawning all over the place in here. Yeah, and then having that coming down from the ceiling as well, I think that could look really cool. But thing is, I don't actually have any of the nether brick left, so I'm having to smelt up netherrack, and I simply don't have time to wait for all this stuff to smelt up and put it in place in this episode, so I'm gonna have to call it here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.